Hey, it's Trueflight. We're back in the crew. And we're taking a look at the Mazdas. It's one of the true staples of street racing, and we didn't have them actually in the game even until Wild Run came out. We started off with the RX-7 here, and not until way later did it actually get its drift spec, which is really sad. But we now have two Mazdas to choose from. Still missing a lot of the key ones. I'd love to see a Miata, and of course the RX-8 would be cool to see. For now, though, we got our RX-7 here. Pretty standard interior. Do like the engine noise. Don't think it's completely accurate, but close enough. We're in stock here. The stock versions of these cars are incredibly slow, which seemed very odd. But I guess the stock versions of the real cars really weren't made for what people end up modifying them into. Oh, we're not gonna make that turn. Can't even drive a slow car. But it was great to see Mazda added to the game. I can't wait to see more cars added. And the fact that they keep forgetting to add drift specs to the Mazdas are the part that kills me. The RX-7 finally did get a drift spec. We're going to look right here. We can see we have a drift and a performance. That's it. Street spec is like a no-brainer on these. I'm not sure why we still don't have those. RX-7. There we go. There's our RX-7 in performance. You can see it sets much lower to the ground. We got some carbon fiber in there. Engine sounds the same, but we're quite a bit faster now. You'd think putting the different tailpipes on there would change the engine sound a little bit, but didn't really take that into effect in this game. Not sure where this road goes. I'm hoping it heads to a city. Do not think it does, because it looks like it ends right here. What's the sign say? Never read the sign. St. Louis is that way. Alright, we'll go to St. Louis. Now, of course, your performance spec, you get the addition of nitrous. Car's quite a bit zippier. It's a very small car, too. I like it because it fits in tight places. It kind of falls pale in comparison to some of the other performance cars out there. It depends on how you compare them. You really can't compete with super and hyper cars, obviously. But compared to other cars in its class, it handles extremely well. It has decent acceleration. Game-wise, in performance spec, they're close enough that you could play, as long as the player skill levels aren't too far apart and they pay attention to the road. But that's kind of a balancing thing in the game. None of the cars in performance are really outstanding. Oh, I'm not gonna make that turn. That was terrible. So that was intentional, though, to keep all the cars somewhat balanced so they're playable together, despite there being huge differences in cars depending on the levels that you're comparing. Oh, it's going to rain. Nice. City up there. How do I get to it? Road doesn't look like it actually goes to it. But always nice to see them bringing new manufacturers into the game, and Go this way? Go this way. Filling in the gaps of missing manufacturers out there. We still need Honda. We still need Toyota. I'd love to see Pontiac in there. They've got all this American muscle cars, but no GTO. Now they got all these mid-generation muscle cars in there with the newer model Camaros and things. No Bandit Firebird. I know those are custom made, but it's no different to me anyway than like a Shelby. Definitely deserves a spot in the game. But the aspect everybody wanted this car for was our drift spec here. You can see, added a bigger wing, some carbon fiber. Different exhaust. I couldn't find a tail exhaust that I liked. Oh, why is everybody stopped? Oh, it's a red light. Let's go through the red light. But this was the spec everybody wanted when this car came out. And sadly, for some reason, it didn't come with the car. It wasn't until months later when they added it, so. Funny part is, I don't even use this as my drift car anymore. I kind of got addicted to the Subaru BRZ. So I'm a little out of practice with this, and I suck with this drifting to start with. So don't take my terrible skills as a knock on the car. It is an amazing drift machine, especially when tuned right and in the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing. I've seen some amazing videos of people doing some cool stuff with this car. Oh. Me, on the other hand, I make some amazing fail clips of people attempting to drift. That wasn't too bad, except the whole hitting the curb thing. Tree. Oh, I missed the tree. Always forget to turn those off. But anyway, overall, yeah, the RX-7 is a great car if you're a Mazda fan and you're looking. It's a great drifting machine. It's an okay performance car. Sadly, missing street specs though. Our only other Mazda that we have access to in the game right now was a prize car, which should be available on the market now or next month. Not sure when we got this one, if I can find it. Too many cars. And that is our MX-5, which is pretty much the new version of the Miata. Has a very interesting engine noise. Not sure if that's the right engine noise for a rotary. Pretty interesting interior. It is a tiny car. You literally sit on top of your passenger. And yeah, it only takes up like half a lane. It makes it great for squeezing in between cars and things. This is another one of those, though. The full stock version is like a joke. It is so slow. Maybe that's just because I'm spoiled by either my huge muscle cars or high performance supercars, hypercars. Those in stock, of course, they're going to be better, but this car just feels like an absolute snail in its full stock version here. It literally crawls. You gotta work to pass people in stock here. Pretty sure my wife's car in stock can go faster than this thing, and she has a Saturn Ion, little 4-cylinder in it, so I'm not sure if the real MX-5 is that way or it's just some weird thing they did with the the car and the crew here. Who knows? Maybe the stock one really is a sleeper junker like that, but not what I actually went in there for. Well, we do have on this one actually got the street spec, which the RX-7 is sadly lacking. I didn't do much to mine, put some body panels on there, but again, no fancy stickers or anything. Haven't gotten around to that. I plan on it. Street spec, this car is completely different than its full stock. Now, I don't have a lot of parts on this one. You can see it's only at 320. But when you switch over to street spec, you really get a feel for what this car really is like. Much better top speed, much better acceleration. It handles extremely well. I was going to take that exit and I completely missed it. We'll just go down the next one. Due to its size, you can weave through traffic nice. And overall, it's just a nice car. Somebody's knocking at the door. We're going to be right back. And finally, the last spec for this car is a performance spec, which I put a lot more into. You can see I got decals on there and everything. Nice carbon hood. And this really lets the car shine. As with the RX-7, the performance spec here really shows off what the car can do. Good acceleration, good cornering. It's small size, lets you just squeeze through places. Even in performance, you can drift quite well with it. Oh, except for when there's vans parked on the side of the road. And it's an all-around just nice machine. Definitely in the hands of someone who's skilled and knows what they're doing, unlike me. You could really make a mean machine out of this little car. And I cannot make a single turn without hitting somebody. But sadly, again, as with the RX-7 when it was launched, the MX-5 here is missing its drift spec. In fact, when the MX-5 was launched and was the prize car for the Summit a while back, it didn't come with any specs at all. It was only available in full stock. Even when it finally went on sale where you could buy the car, it only had full stock. So they are slowly adding specs to them. Oh, gonna die. But the lack of a, again, the lack of a drift spec on there just is very disappointing. And for now, we have to stick with the RX-7 if you want a Mazda and drift, which isn't a bad option. But it's really sad that we have the MX-5 here. We just can't use it. We really need that RX-7 in street spec as well. These are the only two choices you have right now when it comes to Mazda. Overall, I think I like the MX-5 better. I just wish it had a drift spec. The RX-7 definitely has its place, though, and there are tons and tons of fans of that car. I've always been more of a fan of the Miata, and the MX-5 here is pretty much the new Miata. And that's kind of where it draws my interest. Definitely of the two, it is my favorite, despite not having the drift spec. If when it does get the drift spec, it'll definitely surpass the RX-7 in my book. For now, though, give them both a try, see which one you like better. And let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. What Mazdas would you like to see them add to the game in the future updates here? And As always, let me know if there's any other cars or specs that you'd like to see me go over, and I will do my best to get them out to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.